All right, here we go. Some black-green devotion. I'm Corbin Hostler. Thank you for watching. This hand looks like a keeper. We're on the play here. We get a lead with an Inquisition, then probably a hanger back. Pretty decent starting hand, I would say. Oh gosh, it's Elves. All right. This hand's very good, as you might expect. I think we have to take the Heritage Druid. His hand is solid, but it gets a lot worse without the ability to make mana. He wants to play at Heritage Druid, play Join into lead, and then just go off as early as turn 2. And we don't want him to do that. So getting rid of that means he just has his Nettle Sentinel here, which is far less impressive. Or he's going to draw one off the top of the deck. Well, I think we just have to kill it. This is by far the scariest card out of them, so on turn 1. You know, I hate not spending my second turn there playing a creature, but, you know, can't let him have that. I think he's much slower now. Still going to go off and make a ton of dudes. It's still going to be pretty bad for us, but... Okay, well, I think we do have a plan at least. Play Bloodghast into Obliterator next turn. Might not be bad. Yeah, let's do it. Bloodghast into Obliterator should at least stall his attack out until he has enough to kill us in one shot at least, giving us time to, you know, hanger back in Liliana and sort of try to set up some defense. And he's just going to go off right here and make a ton of guys. Yep. Hopefully we slowed him down enough that we can try to, you know, use this to get control of the board. Here comes the Join into Elite. This is going to be a rough game. I feel like he gets better after sideboarding to an extent, but it's still going to be pretty bad. We shall see. Yep, he's going off, though. It's a lot of dudes. It's not a bad draw if we can hit some lands now. He'd probably block here. Let's go ahead and do this. Alright, well, let's get the Obliterator and hope it holds down the fort forever. Alright, well, if we draw a land off the top of our deck, preferably just, you know, a basic land, we get our Bloodghast back, which is, you know, only a little relevant, probably, but we do get our Bloodghast back, and we can play a 2/2 Hangerback Walker. It's a plan. It's a slow plan, but it's a plan. We could just die. Elves is a very fast deck. Yep. Okay. Depends if he. It looks like he's drawn at least 2 lands. We know that out of the 5 he's drawn. 5 he's drawn. Yeah. Oh god. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Huh? That's pretty good. Well, I think we're dead. I don't think playing a tap guy does anything. We just have to play the hanger back for 1 here. Or we're just dead anyways, right? Like, we play it, we block, we take 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, is it exactly? Block here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We take exactly lethal. It's pretty unfortunate. Sure, but I mean, I guess we'll make him do it. So I could have Liliana, that wouldn't change anything. I think we really need to just hit land there, play land, play Hangerback. Hope he didn't kill us, not see the lion, and then play Grey Merchant. Well, we'll sideboard, hopefully get some sweepers in here. Not that there's a ton in black-green against something like Elves, but we'll see what we can do. And it just comes down to whether or not he respects like a Disfigure or something, you know. Imagine the blowout if we just, you know, blocked everything and then disfigured one of his 2/2s, went down to 2, made him sacrifice 3 permanents. think we're pretty dead, though. Alright, moment of truth. I think our bluff has been called here. Unfortunate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Very, very good. Alright. Alright, well, let's see what we can do here. Thragtusk is probably good. Honestly, the Cage is probably good too. Brutality is very good. What we don't need is some of the slower stuff. The Lilianas are pretty bad, as a matter of fact. Alright, obviously want the Stamnation in here. What else do we want? I like the Cage just to turn off his collected companies because they're so good against us. Question is, do we want like Kalidas? Do we want Maelstrom Pulse? I kind of like Maelstrom Pulse. This seems like it's probably too slow. That gets us to 60. Yeah, Brutality's probably not as good as I think it is, huh? It's just like we're using it to -2 a creature, but I guess that's maybe just fine. And we want Kalidas? That's really the question here. I don't think we want the Whip or anything. I don't think we want any of the... Wouldn't mind the Pulse. I think Kalidas might be good. I like Lifelink. That's really probably it. It's just a 4-drop. 4-drops are way too slow here, so that's a no. Alright, can we get the Pulse in? We be cutting like a Messenger or something? No, I don't want to do that. Maybe a Gatekeeper. Yeah, let's do that. So I think it's more important to kill his, his meaningful elves and making him sack a rando guy with Gatekeeper is. Alright, well, let's give it another shot here. This is tempting. Sand's almost the dream. I'm gonna mulligan, but I mean, I think we could not hit land for 3 turns and be fine with this hand, but it's still mulligan. Guess we keep this. I don't know. This hand doesn't do anything. We just like don't interact and we just die to his good draw. Like, we have to hit a green source or we're mulliganed anyways. And we have 12 of them in the deck, I believe. 11 or 12. I don't think that's worth it. We're mulligan again. None of these cards are high impact enough for me to want them. Okay, well, I guess we have to keep this one. At least we get a scry. And we'll bottom that. We're basically praying to just draw running lands and get to 4 mana here with this, but mulligan a bunch, and I don't know what can you do. Especially rough because we actually have to shock ourselves here because we have to have green mana for our evolution eventually. At least it's not a Thoughtseize, right? Alright, let's see what he's working with. He mulled to 6. His hand's not very good. Take his Mystic and he doesn't do anything, right? His hand is real bad if we take the Mystic. Of course, we could take the Archdruid, and then his hand's also still pretty bad. I think we should do that. And we just have to limit his cards, like his power here, as it looks like this game's going to grind because we are pretty wrecked on the mana. Yep. And what can you do? Was I supposed to mulligan to 4? I don't know. Like if there had been a land on top of our deck, we could have waited a turn. Yep. The beatdown, it begins. Land? And it's a start. I think that we just go ahead and Abrupt Decay this thing now so that we keep him off of 4 mana. Maybe it's wrong. Maybe I'm supposed to hold that Abrupt Decay. He didn't do anything with it, but this turn where he'd have, but he has 4 anyways. I guess he has land. Maybe I should just held it. It depends. I mean, if he has like Quarter Calling or something, taking him off that extra mana is important. I don't know. Come on, land. Okay, now we're talking. Fortunately, 2 of them aren't green, but if he doesn't blow us out next turn, we have blocks now. Good blocks, even. And if we draw a green source, we can add Roach Evolution into... Hey, he's got Dismember. We know that. And a Dwynen's Elite. Okay. Now this would be the turn where I would love to draw a land of Damnation. Damnation would be very good right here. We have a lot of good draws right now, though. We drew the running lands we needed to at least be in the game, not auto lose, so now we'll see what we can do with the payoff. We'll draw one of the very few uncastable cards in our deck. It makes more sense. Are we dead? He dismembers us. Maybe he just has lands. We had a lot of outs there. A lot of good cards we could have drawn. That's not a good one for him. So he's got Dismember and an Unknown. So if he just dismembers our guy, he hits us for 4. Wow, okay. We're going to get another shot at it. Did it. So he's got Dismember in hand. I think I'm just going to play the Obliterator into it. Because what I want to happen here is for him to dismember our Obliterator, play an Elf, and then get Damnationed. You know, alternatively, we cast Damnation. He collected companies or whatever at the end of our turn. And then we have Obliterator as a follow-up. Maybe that's better just because he has enough power on the board that he could just kill us if he has a good collected company here. Or if he just had a Lord, we'd still just take 1,000,000 and probably die. We'd maybe die to a Shaman of the Pact. We'll just play the Damnation. This might be best. Then if he chooses to dismember our messenger here in response, we do get at least follow up with a Obliterator when it's all said and done. Wouldn't hate a green source. I thought 12 would be enough. Maybe you want a couple more since we have double green cards. You know, kind of remains to be seen here. He's thinking about it. Yeah, I think this is probably better because it, you know, plays around a little more. And it, you know, doesn't suicide our Obliterator. Oh, it's a Quarter Calling. I don't know what he gets, though. Because, like, say you get a Zuri, you can't actually regenerate your guys. It doesn't work. So he's just going to get Shaman of the Pack and hit us for 5. And then dismember our guy. I mean, it makes sense. Well, Damnation was definitely the right play because we were dead otherwise. Okay, well, let's see what he draws. He's got a Dismember in hand, so he's got a lot of bad draws right now. You know, he could easily just draw, like, you know, an Elf or whatever, right? And the deck's full of 1-mana 1/1s. And then we play an Obliterator. Hit him twice and then Grey Merchant him. Okay, he drew a Shaman of the Pact instead. Which I guess isn't the worst. Shaman of the Pact is something that doesn't match up very well with our Obliterator. An Inquisition obviously is not going to do anything, but... Well, he can't attack. Realistically, neither can we, but he can't attack. It draws, so... the Shaman of the Pack into Collected Company. That's pretty good. Maybe he'll whiff. No. Oh, maybe we'll get to do something with our Eldritch, with our Inquisition here. That wasn't that good. It could have been a lot worse for us. Well, it's good if we find a land. It's actually insane if we draw a land. Woo! Dodged a bullet on that one. Game was over. Now the game is not over, and we're back to top deck wars. Whereas lands are good for us, they're not good for him. Elvish Mystic's not particularly good for him either. We might pull this one out. A lot of good draws. A lot of bad draws like that, too, I guess. Man, we have 2 turns in a row and we've drawn to draw something important, and we've drawn 2 of our 3 5-drops. That's something, I guess. I'm so conflicted as to whether or not I attack here. I don't think I do. He's like, he doesn't, whatever, he throws away a spell sky and then kills us. Or we give him the ability to draw Dismember and kill us. This is just not legendary, sure. And we just give him a lot of outs if we attack here. You know, a whole mess of cards off the top of his deck become better. Whereas right now, we just keep playing this game, you know, we have all the good draws because lands are good for us. I think we have far better draws than he does. That's something. Okay, well now we're in a position where our land's just lethal. I guess I attack now? No, sure don't. Sure don't want to die. Next turn we can probably attack, though. Or we can just draw a land and win the game. So, as long as we don't draw, like, the other Gray Merchant, or an Eldritch Evolution, or a Blooming Marsh. Alright, come on, Swamp. Oh, Birth Decay's pretty good. Alright, well, we can attack now, at least. And it's 2 hits, so maybe we can't. Block. Yeah, I'm going. Yeah, Shaman of the Pack kills us anyways, so I don't think I can attack with both, though. We're still dead to so many things. This has just been a top deck war, and we have not drawn hugely well on it for the past 4 turns. We've done okay, but we haven't hit any, you know, we have like a 25% chance or whatever just in the game. Okay, that's fine. That does not kill us, right? Oh god, it does kill us. That's what we get for attacking. I don't know. Yep, we die. Was I not supposed to? Maybe I wasn't supposed to attack. Like, the attack put the pressure on him. That wasn't going to kill him either. Wow. We were just, like, never going to kill him. Outside of attacking, I mean. We had better top decks. We didn't draw them. You know, I feel like once we Damnationed there, and he went Shaman of the Pack into Collected Company, and then he started having some whiffs, but we just whiffed over and over again. Yeah, I mean, we had better top decks, we just didn't hit anything there, and, you know, I could have not attacked there. Just continue to sit back. He would have played that. It wouldn't have killed us, because we would have had another blocker. He couldn't have even attacked. Our turn, we would have drawn Gatekeeper Malakir. I guess make him sack a guy. I wouldn't have done anything. Then we're going to draw an Inquisition Bloodghast, also not doing anything. So if we had committed to not attacking, and I wanted to attack with him at 10 life, it was 2 swings. You know, on the next turn it starts abyssing him. He's got to throw the spell scout in front of it next turn to not sack permanents. Like, I mean, our top decks were better, but he had so many draws, he's eventually going to get there if we didn't swing with a 5/5 when he was at 10, you know. So, and we weren't going to get there. Not that it matters, but I think that we did the right thing with that attack. Just didn't work out. Well, good match. Game 3 would have been tough anyways on the draw.